Again at the 25-yard line. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry now. This is Johnson. Space to maneuver at the 40. Touchdown, Detroit. Carry out Johnson. 75 yards. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead.
Matt Prater lining up for the point.
Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll run here with Akers. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
The tackle by Jelani Tavai. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gone. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee.
Rams, first down.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Second and 10.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Akers. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Play action to Akers. Here's Goff. Picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. He's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 33 yards that time.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Ball carrier.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Stafford. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Goff. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush. And then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Goff. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Play action. It's gone. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Julian Okwara. Don't credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And it's 3rd down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Lions 7, Rams nothing.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Goff now looks to throw. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Roberts there on the
frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sideline.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He starts with a give to Akers. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Van Jefferson, 40 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. He rifles one, it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. He will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Sam Sloman now for the point after. Oh, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's going to be like, when we talk about the defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford going right side here, and that's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing on third down, Stafford. It's intercepted. He's picked up just shy of midfield. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The 47-yard line.
After the interception, here's Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods.
Goff.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Robert Woods. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a run with Akers. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
And it's third down.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Complete. Jefferson the target. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
First down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. After the run, Goff going to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's 30 yards now on the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders. And they're rolling. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap for Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete. It's third down and goal.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
To kick off for Detroit.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Going right back to Akers. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Out of the gun, gone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
A big run there by Johnson. Give him 55 yards on the ground.
7-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Here's Johnson. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try and run here with Swift. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll try it now with Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Here's Goff. They'll throw complete to Cam Akers. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Johnson on the return. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They go to Johnson again. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on first down. Swift, and not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Swift, the ball carrier.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Stafford's pass, intended for Kerryon Johnson. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Taken in at the 22. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Begin on the ground with Akers. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The Rams on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Los Angeles.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Akers. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Down there, but it's incomplete. Van Jefferson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Off play action. Here's Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Coleman. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
At the 27-yard line.
Throwing is Stafford. They bring him down. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And that'll of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
At the 45-yard.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Michael Kendricks. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Stafford. Throw left side complete. It's Lucas. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning to get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
The Lions on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. Incomplete. He had his... Hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They snap it to Stafford. It's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. First down, Swift. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 6 at the Rams 17-yard line.
Now Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go, just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Stafford. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find out play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Here's Akers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run this with Akers. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing, Week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee.
Today's final score.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for L.A., a win's a win as they eke out the 2-point victory to take the season opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.